Well, here I am again with the Rssi Specter. On this flight I'm paying attention to the Rssi indication I'm getting from the earlier. I've had a bit of concern about the antenna I'm using on the plane as a dipole I made up, and the transmitter I've used one of those diamond whip antennas, and it doesn't allow you to change the orientation, so I'm a bit concerned that it's not always in the optimum position. So this flight, paying attention to my new RSSI indication, which I've hooked up to the ezUHF receiver. So takeoff goes okay as usual. I trim the plane up and test the autopilot and head off towards Mount Tennant. It's a pretty grey day, but it looks like the top of the mountain's clear clouds, just. So, as I said, I'm looking for RSSI indication. This is the on-screen display I'm seeing. The RSSI is up the top right hand corner, and as you can see I'm climbing. I need to get up to about 800 metres to get over the top of the mountain, so I'm about 1.5 kilometres out, and the plane and the RSSI is up over 90%, which I assume is pretty good, but I really don't have a frame of reference for that yet. So I've just turned down the valley to pick up the height to make sure I don't run into the mountain while I'm doing it. So 1.5 kilometres away from home now, up at 600 metres, and the RSSI is starting to drop a bit. I've got the screen set up to flash when it gets down below 70%, but as I said, I don't really know what that means. I haven't really experienced any control dropouts yet. So now I'm turning back to the mountain, and it looks like that cloud ceiling is not too far above me at the moment. So I'm not overly concerned about flying through it or getting video of the mountaintop. It's just about the signal strength I'm getting. So I'm starting to hit some clouds, and as you can see, the RSSI is fluctuating a fair bit. I'm out past 2 kilometres, but it's not too bad at the moment. So I just think I'll have a bit of a play with these clouds. I'll fly in between them and see if that affects the radio signal. So it's certainly affecting the video signal a little bit, and yes, the RSSI seems to be consistently down below the 70% at the moment. So yeah, just interesting. So anyway, I decide that's enough of that foolishness. I'll come back down again, and so just basically paying attention to the RSSI on the way back, see if it makes any difference. As you can see, it's quite clear once you get down below that 600 metre mark. So I'm heading pretty well straight from home, going down, and the RSSI is quite low. Now I'm not sure whether this is a radio problem or the way I'm holding the transmitter. It's quite awkward to hold that the transmitter vertically so that it's in the same plane as the dipole. So it probably tends to point at 45 degrees. So I suppose at this moment I'm pretty well pointing the antenna at the plane, which may well account for the drop in RSSI. So as I get closer to home and actually level out, the RSSI goes back up to 100%, which I suppose you'd expect, but I suspect a lot of it's due to the fact that alignment of the antennas has changed now because the planes are out more than the distance. But whatever, it's back to normal, and I'm not in any danger of losing control at all. So I'm just setting up for a landing here. I'm actually finally working out the right speed to land it. I've taken the goggles off for the landing, but it probably won't be too long till I give it a shot. It seems to, as long as you get the speed right, it seems to be a breeze, really. So I'm going to use this flight as a baseline. There's a couple of tests I want to do. I've made up another dipole antenna which I'm going to be able to put on the transmitter, and that will allow me to fly with it in a comfortable position and keep alignment of the antenna. And the antenna actually tests better than the diamond in terms of transmitting power, so I think I get about 8 or 9 decibels more out of it. So anyway, we'll give it a go and see what happens.